You want stories of dogs with your entitled parents? I got you stories with dogs with your entitled parents. Welcome to r/entitled parents featuring man's best friend. Roll the intro. Hello everyone, my name is Mace and welcome back. Our stories include an entitled dad that when told he couldn't buy a dog, tries to steal the dog. Another entitled dad that is told that his kids can't pet a dog that could seriously injure his kids if not careful. And an entitled family that tries to fool a dumb guard into allowing near theft of a good girl. With intros out of the way, let's begin. This story is called Let My Kids Pet Your Wolf by AK Chef 2019. Hey guys. Was going to post another entitled parent story about my pregnancy adventures, but a recent trip to the dog park reminded me of something that happened last year. Going off of memory, so please pardon me for any mistakes. Cast is me, ED, entitled dad, H, my husband, K1, kid 1, and K2, kid 2. On mobile, so pardon any small grammar/spelling mistakes. Me and my husband have 2 dogs. We love our dogs as much as we will love our child. After a lot of searching, saving, and hoping, we each finally got our dream dogs. My husband got his black Labrador, and I got my Alaskan Malamute. Now, some things about Malamutes, which is important to know for this incident. Malamutes take great resemblance to Siberian Huskies, but they are larger and a lot more muscle. They do resemble wolves, but trust me, you can tell they are not wolves. Malamutes can get up to over 100 pounds. They are large teddy bears and love people. I adore my dog and I cuddle up with him. Anyways, back to the story. My husband and I took our dogs to the dog park to let them run off some energy. Our lab loves to run, play fetch, and jump around on the play equipment set up for dogs to play on. My dog? He does his own thing. Wanders around, runs laps when he feels like it, and overall just chills out. The dog park is very large and the perfect place for our dogs. My husband was on the other side of the park with our lab, and I was on the opposite, following my fluffy boy around when I hear voices. K1.
Wolfie! Look, it's a Wolfie!
Over at the fence is ED, K1, and K2. The kids, I'm guessing, were between 5 and 7 years old, both boys. My boy, noticing them, happily prances over and starts sniffing them through the gate. He loves people. K2.
I want to pet the wolf!
I walk over with a smile, trying to be polite. The ED was a large, beer belly, going bald, typical looking dad. If I was to guess, late 30s. ED. Be careful, wolves can bite. I remember it being weird that 1, he seemed to say it in a worried voice, yet didn't pull his kids away, and 2, that this adult couldn't tell that this was a dog. Maybe he was just messing with his boys? Me. Oh, he's not a wolf. He's a friendly doggy who loves attention. ED snapped at me. ED. No, I know a wolf when I see one. That's a wolf. Don't lie to me. My dog is still sniffing the kids through the gate, whining and wanting to be pet. Me. No, sir, he's an Alaskan Malamute, not a wolf. K1.
I want to pet the Wolfie.
Nowadays, I happily let people pet him, but at the time he wasn't quite a year old yet, and we were still training him. He's almost 100 pounds, and these were little kids. He can easily hurt them unintentionally. Me. I'm sorry, but he's a pretty big dog. I don't want him to hurt you guys on accident. ED. It's fine. They can pet him. The ED starts to walk the kids towards the gate to enter the dog park. Me. Sir, I'm not comfortable with him around little kids yet. We're still training him. ED. My kids will be fine. Just shut up and keep him still while my kids pet him. Now, I'm... Not only did this guy not even ask to pet my dog, but he seriously expected me to just hold on to my still in training 100-pound dog while he gets excited about meeting new people. Me. I said no. Keep your kids out of the park. He can hurt them. Edie stopped and completely snapped at me. Listen here, you stupid. If my boys want to pet your wolf, they will pet him. Shut the f up and hold him. At this point, my husband heard the yelling and ran over with our lab, happily following along. H. You okay? What's wrong? Ed. This won't let my kids pet her wolf. My husband does not like confrontation in the slightest, but he is always quick to defend me. H. Do not talk to my wife like that. He is a large dog, and we are still training him. If she says no, it means no. The entire time my husband is yelling, the kids keep trying to call our dogs over to them, but my husband grabbed our lab by his collar and I grabbed my Malamute, trying to keep him away from the gate. Me, to my husband, forget this, we should just leave. Luckily, his truck was on the other side of the park. Ed. No, my kids will pet the wolf. H looks to our fur babies. H. Boys, want a race? Every time we say, want a race? They perk up and run alongside H, kinda as a game. We use it to get them to leave the park whenever we say, rather than drag them out when they don't want to leave. My husband runs ahead with them to the truck while I hurried behind. I am very out of shape. The ED was screaming and cursing while K1 and K2 cried. I felt really bad for them. They weren't mean or acted entitled, but I just couldn't let them pet my boy without a fear of him accidentally jumping all over them and hurting them. We got them into the bed of the truck before Edie was even halfway through the park, still screaming. I can't remember where the kids were. We got into the truck and pulled away right as Edie reached the gate on our side of the park. I flipped him off as we drove away. We never saw them at the park again, thank God. It's our favorite place to take them to play. My boy has been trained up a lot more now. Took a long time since Malamutes are stubborn as and now I have no problem letting kids pet him, as long as I'm near him. Not the most exciting story, no cops called, never saw him again. Glad we never experienced that again at the park. If anyone knows how to attach a picture to this story, let me know and I will, but his puppy picture is my profile pic. He is about 6 weeks old, taken by his breeder before we can actually bring him home. I'm still new to Reddit and figuring things out. Please, if someone says no to petting their dog, please take it as a no, especially if little kids are involved. My dogs are not vicious at all, but untrained large dogs can seriously hurt someone unintentionally if you don't listen to their owners. Thanks for reading. Edit. Fix some spelling mistakes. My apologies. Didn't catch them and I'm a moron. Also, for those saying I should have let him just play with them and let the kids get hurt to teach them a lesson, I didn't do it for 2 reasons. 1, it wasn't the kids' fault that ED was acting like an asshole, and I didn't want them hurt because of it. And 2, I've had family lose dogs because of situations like this. All it takes is one call to the cops to start a case against us and start the risk of losing our dog because of his stupidity and refusal to listen. One little lie about him being aggressive can be all it takes. For those asking for a pic, his current pic is in my profile pic. Thanks. Yeah, I knew of Malamutes, but I didn't know exactly how big they were, so I got curious and Googled it, and I can see a child riding this dog into battle, so I wouldn't trust that dog if it was untrained either around my kids. This story is called Edie Gets Mad When I Won't Let Him Have My Dog by Tyrone 2538. Some months ago, my mom and I moved into a new home. This story took place in February. Our new home is smaller than our old one, so we're selling some furniture and stuff that we don't need. A guy, ED, is coming to buy a love seat that my mom had listed on Facebook Marketplace. My mom was at work when he was coming, and since I'm a small 18-year-old girl, I didn't want to take any risk with the guy being shady or trying anything, so I had my very good Old English sheepdog, Pepper, sitting outside and waiting with me. She's super friendly, but can sense if I'm getting upset and will get defensive. So this guy rolls around 15 minutes later than he said he'd be here. No big deal, I guess. He gets out and introduces his son, EK. He's like 11 and immediately wants to pet Pepper. Sure, no problem. While I'm helping ED load up the sofa, he's asking questions about Pepper. How old is she? How long have you had her? Does she do tricks? Etc, etc. When we're done, the guy is about to pay and says, "How much do you want for the mutt?" Excuse me? She's a purebred. Here's how the conversation went down. Me. I'm sorry, what? ED. The dog. Is $100 okay? First off, I paid $1,000 for her. I saved up money from mowing lawns and doing housework in and around our neighborhood. Hella lowballing that. Second, she's my dog. I love her and no amount of money in the world will ever make me even consider getting rid of her. Me. Sorry, she's my dog, not for sale. So the sofa will be EK.
Daddy, I want the doggy.
ED. I know, kiddo. We'll get her. Me. No, she's not for sale. ED. Let me have her then. You've had her for 5 years, since she was a puppy. She obviously likes EK better than you. Me. No. Pay me and leave. Now. Then I notice this little is dragging Pepper by the collar towards their truck. She's resisting him. I call Pepper and she breaks out of EK's grip and sits at my feet. Such a good girl. At this point, I'm getting upset and I know Pepper can tell. ED. I'm taking that dog. He reaches towards Pepper and she snarls at him. I've never seen Pepper this way before. ED. What the Come here, mutt. EK.
Daddy, I want my dog.
This little piece of is stomping his foot and starting to cry. I'm reaching for my pepper spray I keep in my lanyard that I was wearing, but Pepper lashes out first. She bit ED on the hand. I don't think there was even blood though. ED starts cursing and yelling at me that he'll have animal control out here and Pepper will be put down, blah blah blah. And I'm shaking and crying and Pepper is still growling and barking. They leave in a hurry and I don't get paid for the love seat that we were selling for $100. I should have made him pay me first. That was a while ago and animal control hasn't come by, so I'm not worried. Just shaken up. My mom was upset, but after I explained everything, it was fine. I took Pepper to cookout and she got chicken nuggets for being a good, protective girl. Here's some pictures of my great girl. Edit was to fix some typos and formatting mistakes. Edit 2. Pepper has received her pets and has been told that you guys love her. She says thank you. I told my mom that we should go to the police, but she said she didn't want to deal with that. Seriously, what is it with entitled parents and thinking they can just buy whatever they want? All that comes to mind is this.
After all, anything can be bought and sold for the right oil.
I do not advocate what was played in the previous clip. I am not responsible for any snarky looks, anger, pain, uncontrollable gas, spontaneous laughter, making friends named Jerry, or hot air balloon races you may experience taking John Strom's advice. If you make a friend that isn't named Jerry, make sure that he didn't lie about his name, as he may try to murder you in your sleep. Ask your doctor if your lungs are strong enough to withstand the high altitudes of hot air balloon races. Our last story for today will be Entitled Parents Try to Take Away My Dog and Guard Supports It by Mr. Pancakes123. Hey everyone, this is my first post here on the sub, so enjoy. Here's the cast. Martha, cutest doggo in the world. Me, well, me. ED, entitled dad. EM, entitled mom. CG, crazy girl. DG, dumb guard. So this whole story happened 3 weeks ago. It was Saturday and I had a tennis practice at 1 p.m. that day. I woke up really late because my phone didn't work and my roommates didn't wake me up. I walked Martha to the park as always. There we met up with Martha's everyday play friends, people and stuff. As we and everyone else were leaving, a little girl, CG, about 5-ish, says, CG,
It's a dog! I want to pet it! Let me pet it!
Me, sure. We can wait a bit, I guess. The girl starts out slowly and nicely, and then plucks her hair and hits her. Martha shoves her away as gently as possible, and we walk away. The girl didn't even fall. The girl starts rolling on the dirt and bites her hand until blood comes out. CG crying,
Mommy, Daddy, this dog bit me!
2 grown adults start charging at me, a 19-year-old guy. This mom takes the daughter by the hand, and the father stands in front of me and yells, "What did this filthy of a dog do to my precious little girl?" Me, what? He grabs the leash from my hand and gives it to CG. Me, realizing, help! They're stealing my dog! Hey, you! Guard, help! ED takes Martha's leash. DG comes. DG, what is the problem here? Before I can say anything, EM says,
This teen tried to steal our precious Emily.
She meant the dog. Me, what? No, that's Martha. She's mine. ED, we've had her for 3 years now. DG, well, I see. Kid, come with me. Me, are you letting them go? That's Martha, and I'll show you on my phone. The parents seem scared. DG, oh, sure, go ahead. I pull out my phone. It wasn't charging the entire night. EM,
Can we go yet? I have an important meeting to attend.
DG, of course. It's clear it's your dog. I start crying. Martha turns back, and she tries to run back to me. Then Martha finally does bite somebody. She bit the dad. She bit him so hard that he had to let go. The guard saw her running and tried giving Martha back, but she manages to run away to me. We started running ASAP, but they don't follow us. We get home safe. Thank God Martha knew what was going on. I never go to the same park again. I decided to go further away to be safe. What kind of people do this? Steal someone's dog and expect the dog to not resist? Edit. I'm on mobile, so I'm really sorry for the autocorrections and formatting. Edit 2. If you want to see a pic of Martha, it's on my page. She's with my roommate's cat. Well, my wife listened to me read this story, and she brought up a number of good points. The dumb guard didn't even look at the tags on the dog. They didn't even look at the child who said that they were bit to see what kind of bite it was. There's just a lot of, the guard was very irresponsible. Just an overall lazy guard. The entitled dad is just like, it's my dog, and the guard's just like, it's your dog, I don't give a shit. I have a donut and a newspaper in the office. Fuck you guys, leave me alone. Alrighty, that wraps up our stories for today. Thank you to our authors for sharing your stories. Link to their profiles and stories in the description. If you like the stories, please let me know by leaving me a like, commenting, and if you haven't already, subscribing. Thank you all for the support. Thank you all for watching, and I wish you a wonderful day.